This video is about Symphony No. 5 by Dmitri Shostakovich. I will explain the most important things about the work and the composer. Dmitri Shostakovich composed his Symphony No. 5 in D minor, Op. 47, in 1937. At the time, the composer was under great pressure, as his previous opera Lady Macbeth of Mtsensk had been severely criticized by the Soviet government. With Symphony No. 5, Shostakovich wanted to restore his reputation and prove his loyalty to the regime. The premiere took place on November 21, 1937 in Leningrad and was a triumphant success for the composer. The audience responded with standing ovations and tears of emotion. Symphony No. 5 consists of 4 movements, an opening moderato, a fast allegretto, a slow largo, and a concluding allegro non troppo. In this work, Shostakovich uses the traditional sonata form, but expands it with innovative elements and surprising twists. The instrumentation includes a large orchestra with strings, woodwinds, brass, timpani, and percussion. The brass section in particular plays an important role and gives the symphony its characteristic sound. In Symphony No. 5, Shostakovich works with concise musical themes and motifs that are developed and varied throughout the work. The main theme of the first movement, a march-like motif, runs like a thread through the entire symphony. In the second movement, a dance-like theme reminiscent of a polka provides a cheerful contrast. The largo is characterized by a haunting string theme that is imbued with deep melancholy. In the finale, Shostakovich takes up the themes of the previous movements and leads them to a triumphant conclusion. Symphony No. 5 is characterized by an enormous emotional expressiveness. Shostakovich succeeds in conveying a wide range of feelings and moods. The first movement is characterized by a dark, threatening atmosphere that reflects the oppression and terror of the Stalinist era. The second movement, with its dance-like character, brings a moment of lightness and carefreeness to the symphony. The emotional intensity reaches its climax in the largo. The plaintive string melodies express deep sorrow and despair. The finale is a triumph of will and hope that moves and captivates the listener. Symphony No. 5 is often interpreted as Shostakovich's response to criticism from the regime. By using traditional forms and incorporating optimistic elements, the composer seemed to be complying with the demands of the party. At the same time, however, subtle messages and hidden criticism can also be detected in the music. The finale in particular is the subject of much controversy. While it may appear on the surface to be a hymn to the victory and strength of the Soviet system, it can also be interpreted as an ironic commentary and expression of resistance. Symphony No. 5 thus remains a complex work that allows for a variety of interpretations. Symphony No. 5 was enthusiastically received after its premiere and is still considered one of Shostakovich's most popular works. It is regularly performed in concerts and has inspired numerous conductors and orchestras. The symphony was also highly acclaimed in the West and helped to establish Shostakovich's reputation as an important composer of the 20th century. The Symphony No. 5 has influenced many subsequent composers and is often cited as an example of the ability of music to develop a strong expressive power even under difficult political conditions. The creation of Symphony No. 5 is closely linked to the political situation in the Soviet Union of the 1930s. Under Stalin's rule, artists and intellectuals were strictly monitored and had to subordinate themselves to the dictates of socialist realism. Deviations from the official line were harshly punished. Shostakovich himself had fallen out of favor after the criticism of his opera Lady Macbeth of Mtsensk and feared for his existence. Against this background, Symphony No. 5 can be seen as an attempt to adapt to the expectations of the regime while at the same time preserving his own artistic integrity. In Symphony No. 5, Shostakovich combines elements of classical symphonic music with influences from Russian folk music and modernism. He draws on traditional forms such as the sonata form, but shapes them in an innovative way. Characteristic of his style are the sharp contrasts, the sudden changes between major and minor, and the use of dissonances and chromatic turns. The use of quotations and allusions to other musical works is also typical of Shostakovich's compositional style. Influences from composers such as Mahler, Tchaikovsky, and Mussorgsky can be recognized in Symphony No. 5, which Shostakovich processes in his own unique way. Symphony No. 5 marks a turning point in Shostakovich's career and has contributed significantly to his fame as a composer. After the criticism of his opera Lady Macbeth of Msensk, he came under great pressure and had to fear for his artistic future. With Symphony No. 5, he was able to rehabilitate himself and consolidate his position as the leading composer of the Soviet Union.